Hey friends, Peggy Hall back with you from thehealthyamerican.org. I've got a video for you that was aired way back in 2020. This was an appearance that I made of many of my testimonies at the Orange County Board of Supervisors. It is a little bit edited so that I don't get a strike on this channel because the truth is too hot for this platform to handle. But the message is basically intact. And this is where I was telling the Board of Supervisors that they were violating so many laws that were going to end them up in prison. And that's exactly what's going to happen if justice is served, because the felon, Andrew Doe, has pleaded guilty to bribery. And I think that was a lesser charge because he probably is the mastermind behind these millions and millions of the over $1 billion that went to the Orange County Board of Supervisors that was doled out to his frauds, fakes, phonies, crooks, and cronies. And ideally, he's going to be serving hard time behind bars. I broke this information way back in 2020. And this is just one of the dozens of times that I went to speak in front of the board. And I just wanted to put it on the record that I told them that they were not above the law, and they are not above the law.
Peggy Hall from San Clemente, and I would like to say there are 5 people on the Board of Supervisors, and one has the chair turned to me. One chair is empty. Others have your head down, so I'm just stating that for the record. The rest of the people in that body have their head down. They're looking at a computer, their cell phone or something. It's very disrespectful to those that have come here. When I came here, I thought, I have one enduring question. Why do you persist in breaking the law? You know there's no emergency. Dr. Chow knows there's no emergency. The governor himself said there's no emergency, which is why he issued this California playbook, which is called reopening. We are not in a state of emergency, and there is no local health emergency. I've been an educator for 30 years. I'm the former director of teacher education at UC Irvine, so I always go to education. My supervisor, Bartlett, I called your office twice. Twice they told me, we're not really up on the law. Well, I'm going to get you up on the law. You are violating these laws. I'm just going to read until my time runs out. So, a federal law, 18 Code 1038, false information and hoaxes, hiding false information like Dr. Chow is, and misleading information like you all are, related to biological hazards. That is a felony. There is a life prison sentence. A life sentence in prison. I don't need to remind you, but the sheriff of Los Angeles is behind bars. I have a list of 12 public officials in the last year alone in California that are behind bars. You guys are not above the law. I'm issuing you a warning here. There is another federal code, 1040, fraud in connection with major disaster or emergency benefits. There is no local emergency. You're doing this to take the emergency funds. You know it, I know it, and the people know it. And soon the judge is going to know it. Eyes are going to be named in this lawsuit. I already told you about it a couple of months ago. You still have not voted to end the emergency. That's another law that you're violating.